everyone, it is Miss Patricia at Wellness by Nature. Now, because it's January, I want to go over herbalism, just really quick, a short, brief, uh, kind of overall about herbalism. So, let me start off by saying that herbalism is a blessing to us here in America because other countries you cannot practice herbalism without some sort of certification or different requirements that different countries have. So we want to be honored and we want to be held accountable because we do have this freedom here in the United States. Thank God for that. And even the FDA doesn't really want us to practice it, and this is why Big PHARMA tries to um, not reveal the benefits of herbal medicine. So, with that being said, my thing is if you want to study plants, herbs, and whatever, it's really is a blessing. It is something that you want to be held accountable, you want to be respectful of the plants. There are a lot of plants that are going extinct, and that's because of over harvesting. So, with all these different things against us, we want to be accountable for ourselves. We don't want to randomly just call ourselves an herbalist and start making tinctures and all of these medicines, and we don't understand that this is really a science. This is a chemical. Even way back when the Native Americans, they knew what time of the year to pick the plants. They knew that before the dew and the blossoms close to pick the plants. So everything has a science to it. It's not just you go and grab something and throw it in a jar and throw alcohol on it. You have to know if that medicine, if that plant actually has a water content already. Let's take cactus, for instance, or something that has a lot of mucus in it, a lot of moisture, and we're gonna just throw it in and throw some alcohol in it and call it a tincture. That's not how it goes. You have to know how much water is in that plant that you can subtract and add to as needed when you're making a tincture. It's not just, I'm just going to grab one of these, throw it in a jar, and throw alcohol on it. That alcohol has to be a certain proof, a certain, like 120 proof. It has to be a really strong alcohol. You can't just use any old whiskey and any old type of liquor that you want, okay? These things are a chemistry. This is a chemistry. Those plants have certain constituents. Some react better with glycerin, and these are all things that you can make a tincture with. For a person that has alcohol intolerance or has been sober, you can use apple cider vinegar, you can use glycerin, and there's other things that you can use. But you still have to know how much goes in there. When you're putting a plant in a jar to be extracted in a tincture, you need to know what is in this plant that you're trying to extract. Are you trying to extract it from the leaves? Are you trying to extract it from the root? You need to know what the plant does. Another extremely important thing that you need to know, and this is why I highly suggest that if you're going to play with plants, you have to respect the plants because people can be unalived. You could give somebody something as simple as a green tea, not knowing that their body is fighting something else. You have to know the whole person. You have to sit down with the person, whether it's family, somebody in your community, because there's different types of herbalists. So there is a folklore herbalist, there is a community herbalist, which is what I am. I give little things to family and friends, but you need to know the individual's backstory. Like, if you're giving them hawthorn, are are they taking another heart medication that could possibly be considered an overdose, or one medicine could cancel out the other one, and that person could actually have a life threatening response? So you really need to know the plants. It's fun to collect them and to grow them and all of that. And it's fun to know that they are available for our remedies. But you have to do this responsibly. The other thing is, everyone on every platform is not necessarily knowing what they're doing. I really strongly recommend that if you're going to play with the herbs and you're going to administer it to your family and friends, that you be responsible and accountable and go to an herbal school, a legit herbal school, not TikTok, and not just grab a bunch of books and think you understand it. There's a lot of things behind it. For instance, there is a scale, it's called the continuum safety scale, right? So there's culinary herbs. And what are culinary herbs? They're food-like herbs with no known side effects. Basil, cayenne pepper, garlic, ginger, fennel, maitake, things like that, right? Then there's nutritive tonics. And these are gentle herbs that help to nourish the body in an appropriate way for daily use over an extended period of time. So that could be calendula, chamomile, chickweed, dandelion, and things like that, okay? Hawthorn, marshmallow. And then you have therapeutic herbs. And these are herbs that are more active. They're impacting an organ or a body system more than nourishing tonic herbs. There's possible side effects, but if used appropriately, they can be safely applied for a period of days to a couple of months. And that's ginkgo, licorice, mother's wort, angelica. Now, acute, okay? Herbs that are for acute conditions. These are physiologically active herbs that adjust the body's process. You understand? Let me say it again. They adjust somebody's body process. Due to a stronger therapeutic action and or narrower therapeutic range, they're best suited for short-term and are often limited to a span of days to a month, okay? And those could be Asian ginseng, baptisia, black walnut, comfrey, echinacea. Echinacea looks like it's a benign plant, but as it says, it changes the structure of your body. Then there's low-dose herbs, which are strong herbs with potentially negative effects on the body. Okay? You gotta really be careful. That's arnica, belladonna, lobelia, pokeweed. So I just wanted to give you a quick overview of when you're playing with herbs. Please take it very serious. Take yourself a course and don't just randomly make stuff and tell people it's okay that you're making this tincture like this when it's absolutely, totally incorrect. And that goes with a lot of plants. So have a safe one. Don't take everything from everybody as far as advice. Get legitimate education. Bye-bye.